I thought that how I can present this topic that is interesting to you, at least you're staying here until the end, which I really appreciate, because I was expecting maybe 1, 2 people around. My colleagues maybe just clap afterwards. But now you're here. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I thought that how I can present this, that it will be a little bit fun at least. So we'll leave here with some laugh and a good memory and, you know, something that we always can remember. So I thought about a story of a friend of mine, Darren. He is an amazing developer, but a lazy one. Who is not lazy here? Don't lie. Don't lie. Developers are all lazy. I mean, at least I am. So that's a good thing, because we're looking for solutions that makes our life faster. That's why we're in the Flutter track, right? We use Flutter because it makes development faster. And Darren is one of those, right? So I'm just going to tell you a story of Darren and see how he could. He's, by the way, also very geek. Like, there are millions of solutions out there, but as a developer, we have to recreate the wheel, right? We really can't use whatever is out there. There is always a better solution, the one that we use for our side project. So he thought that maybe I can create something interesting. He was in New York and taking a lot of pictures, and he thought that, you know, I want to upload these pictures into a quick application and maybe share it with some friends and maybe grandmother. She really doesn't know, you know, stuff. She just can scroll. And he thought that, how can I do that fast? He started a side project. Cool. How many of you have side project? How many of you have 100 domains that you never use for side project? And you think you will become millionaire at some point? So that's good. He's one of those. And, well, let me introduce myself before I go really into Darren and stuff. My name is Majid Hajian. I'm based in Oslo, a GDE, Google Developer Expert, head of DevRel at Invertase, and one of the community leads that you probably have seen me in the community booth as well. But let's get into Darren. Well, he started coding right away. All right, cool. I'm just going to build an application that I can just upload my picture privately. Everything is private, just me and my friend. Cool, amazing. So he started saying, well, what can I do? Let's search Google. Okay, what is the fastest framework to build a mobile application? Well, of course, Flutter. I'm not going to lie. That's actually the fastest. So he started downloading Flutter CK and create a project. Nice. Well, what can I do for my backend? Well, I need to, you know, upload the picture somewhere, store it somewhere. I need to have maybe at some point authentication, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's use the like one of the solution out there. I'll go for Firebase. That's cool. So he started using Firebase. Well, there is a library and a CLI for that. In Flutter community, we call it Flutter Fire. Started downloading that, nice. Creating the project, hooking up to the Firebase, and a couple of packages. Firebase core packages, Cloudflare store, and Firebase storage. These are the packages that he needed to upload the picture and show the picture. Nice. And also store some data in some database. Well, it's easy. The Firebase CLI is taking care of everything. You just have that Firebase option, setting up the project quickly, and you're good to go. You now have a backend. Nice. So it just takes 5 minutes. That's good. The next step, well, I need to have a homepage. So Flutter comes with material design. I already have some kind of design. I don't really care, Darren said, don't care about the design. Actually, he doesn't have any taste for design. How many developers has a taste for design? Not even me. I didn't raise my hand right now. But yeah, he just started using material and said, I need a floating action. I love material floating button, adding some click, and then I'm just going to upload my picture. What do I need? Well, Flutter community is awesome. There are millions of packages out there to upload your package. Well, file picker is one of them. Downloading the file picker to from PubSpec, so adding to PubSpec, sorry, and downloading from Pub, and well, you have now access to your gallery, select files, and well, Firestore and Firebase, storage is pretty easy to work with. So just a singleton instance, get access to your bucket, and upload the picture. That's it. You're done. You build a gallery application. But there's a little bit of problem with that. He also stored, some of these information of the photo stuff to the Firestore just to keep track of, things into database. But he uploaded the first picture. It was 20 megabytes. You can't really do that. You can't really show the picture of 20 megabytes to a mobile phone. If you upload 100 of them, then it's too many of them. It's so heavy. You need to think about the solution. Well, he's geek. He can see it and download like the TypeScript stuff, build some Firebase functions and cloud functions, upload, get a picture, resize, but it takes a couple of days. Well, how many of you think that you will write a function in a day, but you ended up writing that function for a week? This is developers. We are always positive. We think we can do something in 1 hour, but we finish it in 2 years. So that's the things. However, he is clever. He started to search on Google, and he found a solution that can just do it in 30 seconds. But that's nice. He ended up seeing extension marketplace. By the way, that was announced a week ago in FireConf. So he found resize image extension. What is it? Pre-packaged or pre-packed cloud function that you can just install to your Firebase, extend your Firebase by adding these cloud functions to do something for you that you don't need to do anymore. All right. He started clicking on install in console, and let's see how it's installing that very quickly. Go to project. There you go. Just some configuration and information. Select some, stuff that you need, and install. And you're going to get your resize image. Cool. That's it. Done. Now you have a function that can take care of your resizing image. He started writing a function to utilize this function. But how can you utilize? You don't need to do anything here. Why? Because as soon as you upload your picture to Firestore, it will automatically create a thumbnail for you. But he doesn't need to do anything. He just needs to now get the thumbnails from cloud storage and just show it into the application. Cool. So he started doing that. Get the a thumbnail pass and some meta, download it and show it to the application. But there is a problem. The problem is that he needs to share this application or this photo with someone. The granny, the grandmother, his grandmother, he really doesn't know how to install app from App Store, but she has, my bad. She has an email. Well, that's good. So he said that maybe I can send an email, like a picture sharing via email. Cool. Can I do that? Of course, you can see it and write a function and hook to the Firebase function and blah, 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 blah. But there is a simpler solution. He started Googling, and he found trigger email. Cool. So he started downloading this again. So let's see. He went to the console again, the same process, some configuration, adding an SMTP URI, password. It could be even your Gmail account here. And that's it. You're pretty much done. What it happens is that now he can share a photo. How? Every time he wants to share a photo, he just go to a function, add a new documentation to a collection, which he already named it on this configuration. Whenever you add this documentation to collection, Firebase will automatically send your message with a subject and HTML and whatever else you have. That's it. He keeps track of sending email also in this collection. Well, that's nice. Just maybe 10 minutes. He's very proud. He thought that he's done a lot. Of course, he just installed a couple of things. But he still is proud of himself. But that's it. That's the way you can extend your Firebase functionalities. If you're missing some functionality, perhaps you can find many of them on extensions.dev. And this is an overview of some of the existing extensions. You can do a lot here: payments, search, many other things. And in fact, my company also, Invertase, we've done a couple of extensions here as well, so you can install and enjoy. One of them is image processing, which you will get a lot of APIs. And in fact, if you need to learn more about them, you just need to go to our website, in our blog page, and we have a lot of blogs about extensions, and we're explaining extensively how you can use some of these extensions and more to come. Darren is happy, I am happy, I hope you are happy. And we're ending this session. Thank you very much for listening. If you have questions, I'm here. No question? Let's go home. Okay. I think I love the last one that actually Darren has done, image processing. Darren is my colleague, by the way. I had permission to talk about him. Image processing, cool. You have more than, I think, 30 APIs to work on image. You don't actually need to do anything. Everything is there. It's so good. Thank you very much. And I hope you enjoyed the conference, and especially Flutter Track. Let's come back next year again here, or maybe in FlutterConf. You know that there is a big conference. It was announced in Keynote. Next year, Berlin. I think it's 5th and 6th of July. So I hope to see you everyone over there. And with that said, have fun, get drunk.